And moving on to more politics right now, Senator Hillary Clinton is already looking ahead to the next battleground states, the next ones. Those are in March. Take a listen.
I am absolutely looking to Ohio and Texas because we know that those are states where they represent the broad electorate in this country. They represent the kind of voters that are going to have to be convinced and won over in the general election.
All right, Kiki McLean is a senior advisor to Hillary Clinton. Kiki.
Good morning, Mika.
Kiki. Very nice to see you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to go get my 5-year-old son and step into the polling booth in Washington, D.C. and vote for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, what a great experience for your son. I like that.
I'm very excited.
I've got 2 girls, and my husband and I try and do the same with them.
Good.
The latest Mason-Dixon poll shows Obama ahead in Virginia and Maryland. It kind of looks like he might have a sweep tonight. Maybe have to be more careful when we talk about Virginia.
Yeah.
Tell me what the campaign is thinking at this point. Has Senator Clinton basically given up on these races, and is she just focusing on March, Ohio, Texas?
No, well, you have to remember, this is a hunt for delegates. We are ahead right now in the delegate count. We're ahead in the superdelegate count. And what this is as Chuck said earlier, these are a couple of states a week where there are states that are a little more favorable to Senator Obama, but it doesn't mean there aren't votes that count for Hillary Clinton. So today, voters who support Hillary Clinton in Virginia, in Washington, D.C., in Maryland, that go to the polls are going to help us win some delegates. Now, you know, I'm a native Texan, so I'm very excited that we're moving into the Texas window, because the reality is Hillary Clinton has a message that can really resonate in places like Texas and Ohio. There's a reason she won really big, really important states with broad populations in Massachusetts, New York, California, places we have to win in the general. And I think what you're going to see is when she moves into Texas and she's talking about what she'll do to turn the economy around, the fact that she's really the only candidate in the race who supports universal care. Senator Obama's plan, frankly, it just leaves 15 million people uninsured. And also what we're going to do to deal with this war and get our troops out safely and responsibly and bring an end to it. Well, the reality is she's the person who's ready to be commander-in-chief from day one. So today, the votes here matter because we have delegates to pick up and keep moving forward, and then we move into some really big, really meaningful contests like Texas and Ohio.
All right, a couple of questions for
Sure.
you. Tough ones here. Patrick Healy, New York Times this morning, reporting it sounds like the campaign is concerned the nomination may be out of reach. Is the campaign concerned, and especially in terms of money? Is the campaign running out of money?
Well, we broke all kinds of records this whole past week since Super Tuesday because she had such an amazing night with those big wins. We've raised over $10 million online in a week. It's even more now. I didn't even get the latest numbers last night. So that's really not the issue. We're going to have the resources. I wouldn't be here on the air with you today, Mika, unless I know and believe that she has the capacity to win. That's why I say to voters today, vote in Virginia, vote in D.C., vote in Maryland, and let's get ready to, as my family from South Texas would like to say, let's mount up and ride. We're going to head into some big states.
Kiki, let me ask you this. I want to bring up the USA Today poll, which has these head-to-head matchups.
Sure.
I'm sure you're aware of those. Senator McCain against Hillary Clinton versus Senator McCain versus Barack Obama. And as you can see, it's McCain 49, Hillary Clinton 48. You switch over to McCain against potentially Barack Obama, and Barack Obama has the edge. These have been consistent over the past few weeks. Is there an electability question here? And let me get specific with this, because the conversations that we have on Morning Joe or with different is who would be a better candidate against John McCain? And there are those who say that Hillary Clinton is so polarizing, the Republicans would just tear her to shreds, while Barack Obama would be a more difficult candidate.
Yeah,
Your response?
I have to say, first of all, it's not surprising that Obama would have a little bump on a poll like that. The good news is Hillary Clinton's beating John McCain, too. It's not surprising that after the weekend he'd get a little bump. But what I would say to you is that we know who the Republicans have fought against and lost to before, and that's Hillary Clinton. And I think Democrats understand that. When push comes to shove, they know that she's the person who has withstood their attacks. And you use words like polarizing, I use words like energizing. This is a woman who hasn't been afraid to stand up and fight for working families in this country when it's worth it, whether it's on health care, whether it's on civil rights, whether it's about the economy. These are important issues, and she's willing to take that on. Because of her work in 1993 and 1994 on health care, we were actually, as a country, able to move forward and then, guess what, embrace something like the S-chip program for our kids so that we have them insured. She's also the person who's reached across the aisle and worked really well with people like Lindsey Graham, the Republican senator from South Carolina, to make sure that our National Guardsmen and women get the health care benefits that they've earned and deserve. So I think what, you know, some of the words you use might be some of her opponent's words, and what I would say to you is her record of accomplishment, I think, speaks to her energy and the capacity to help bring solutions to America.
Well, Kiki, I mean, when you think about these two candidates, it could not get more exciting. You've got Barack Obama, who is sort of the outsider, so to speak, who's inspiring and hopeful, and then you got Hillary Clinton, who may be a Washington insider, depending on how you slice it, but she's certainly, one word that you can apply to her is resilient.
Well,
So,
I would tell you that I think she's a leader and a fighter.
There you go.
And that's what we need.
That's fine, and that's fair enough. Kiki McLean, I'll be talking to you on the campaign trail. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mika.